The Pennsylvania Department of Health maintains COVID-19 data on nursing homes in Pennsylvania. Basically, they provide the name of the nursing home, the county, the total beds, the current census, and then resident cases, resident deaths, and staff cases. So here are the abbreviations that we're going to put into a data set. County is the grouping variable, and we've extracted out Allegheny County and Philadelphia County. So we've normalized resident cases, deaths, and staff cases. RCPOB is resident cases per occupied bed. RDPOB is resident deaths per occupied bed. SCPOB, staff cases per occupied bed. And OB is the proportion of the total beds that are occupied. So let's go to SPSS. This data set is available for you on Blackboard. Here are the data. As you can see, here's the hospital, and here are our 4 variables of interest. So let's see if we've got normal distribution, graphs, legacy dialogues, histogram, and let's see if we can do resident cases per occupied bed, and we'll do county. And here we see for the county, it's not particularly normally distributed, but we're going to try it anyhow. We can do that also for our other variables. Step back here and do resident deaths per occupied bed. Again, same types of distributions, not particularly normal. Skewed right, really. And now staff cases per occupied bed. Same result. And finally, histogram, bed occupancy rates. And here we have sort of pretty much of a normal distribution. So we're going now to do an independent samples t-test on these 4 variables. Our null hypothesis is that there's no difference between Allegheny County, Pittsburgh, and Philadelphia. The null hypothesis is that there's a difference. So here we go to compare means, independent samples t-test, and we can put all of these variables in. And here, better put that in too, occupied beds. And our grouping variable is the county. We'll have to define the groups as 1, Allegheny County, and 0, Philadelphia County. Continue. Okay. And here are our tests. So let's take a look at the means themselves. Pretty substantial difference in means for resident cases per occupied bed and resident deaths, and also for staff cases. And very little difference in means here in terms of occupied bed percentages. So about 75% of nursing home beds are occupied. And now we go down to our independent samples t-test. Here's a test for equality of variances. This is not significant, so they're equal. We can do the first line. We have a really good t. I mean, we've got a good t anyhow, and we're significant. statistically significant. So our p-value is 0.000 something. Also, you can look over here to the right, and here are confidence intervals, and the confidence interval here, lower and upper, doesn't subsume 0. So two different ways we can prove statistical significance. With respect to resident cases per occupied bed, we're going to conclude that there is a significant difference between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, and basically Philadelphia is a lot higher. So do the same thing here for resident deaths per occupied bed. Again, not significant, so we can assume equal variances. Significant, and these are negative, so that tells you that Philadelphia is larger than Pittsburgh. Significant t, p-value is 0.018, and again, the confidence interval doesn't cross 0. Now let's look at the staff cases. Again, we don't have a significant f value, so we can assume equal variances. Significant t again, and our p-value is 0.016, and our confidence interval didn't cross 0. Finally, we can assume equal variances here too. Our t-value is minus 0.335, which is almost nothing. And as you can see, we do not have a significant p-value, and 0 is in the middle of this confidence interval. So we've got significance here two ways too. So even though our data weren't normally distributed, we did find statistical significance here for each of these tests. When we get to correlation, we'll see if we can correlate some other things with the very high rates of coronavirus in Philadelphia nursing homes. So here you can see an example of something that the Department of Health might want to be looking into, and that is why were cases and deaths so much higher in Philadelphia than in Allegheny County. Thank you.